Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Today we are starting our first journey of Upanishad. Íśopanișad or Íśopanișad. So let's start. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Whatever we can say regarding Brahman, regarding Atma, everything has been told in this mantra. Everything. Generally, we end our discourse with this mantra. But this Upanishad is something different. Who understands the essence of the Upanishadic concept, for him or her, no need to study the entire Upanishad or rest of the mantras. But like me, who can't understand the Upanishadic truth by this mantra, for me, that the whole Upanishad is there. Who knows, for him everything is included, everything is stuffed in this mantra. And for them, these things, the three Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And who doesn't know the Upanishadic truth, for them, this is the beginning. That is the difference, the whole difference of the Eastern and the Western thought process. The Eastern and Western philosophy are depicted in this mantra. Two types of logic, tark, are there in this world. एक था यूनान का विचारधारा और एक भारतवर्ष की विचारधारा. One was the logic system of Yunnan or the Western world. Another, the logic system of Bharata, popularly known as India. It's our unfortunate, it's our misfortune that our country name has been translated. There is no connection with Bharatvarsha and India. Varshe भा में रत जिस देश उसी को ही भारतवर्ष कहते हैं. Throughout the years, throughout the ages, the country which is illuminated, what illumines others, that means Bharata Varsha. That due to some political reason, India, whatever, the India, the Eastern capital of philosophy, has a different kind of thought process. They have two basic difference, two basic baselines. पाश्चात्य दर्शन में अंतिम में निष्कर्ष निकालते हैं. पहले सत्य का खोज. In Western logic system or philosophical system, at the end we get the decision or the gist or the conclusion. At first, there is trying to find out the truth. For finding out, there are logic, there are methodology, there are paths. But Bharat or India works in completely different way. That we will discuss slowly. Why that sort of thinking procedure? The prime motivator of man is hunger and thirst. If those two were not there, maybe people did not work. When we are fed up, FED, fed up, जब खुदा निवृत्ति हो जाता है, when we quench our thirst totally, you know, in whole animal kingdom, the same thing, hunger and thirst. When hunger and thirst are meet up, quenched, animal world are content. But what about human beings? Human beings are not. Human beings need security, clothes, houses. First, they become happy with it. Then again, not. Then there is the gradation of hunger and thirst and to meet up. First comfort, then gradation, then pleasure. There is no stop. That is why the number of luxurious things are enormous, innumerable. That is why so many restaurants. Now restaurants are closed because of the pandemic. But now Zomato, Swiggy are there who caters our desire. We find some 5-star restaurant. So many things. Can they fulfill our hunger, desires? First, human being has their natural need. Then, artificial need. Then, greed. What breeds all miseries. Whatever sins we commit out of greed. Then, to manage it, came economics, politics, science, and each and every department, each and every section wants to people happy. Each and everyone wants to the whole human being happy. They want to ease our life, and at the end we get this is popularly named as disease. Everyone wants to give physical comfort, mental comfort. In earlier days, our grandmas and I have seen in the villages, there was no mixer grinder. So they used to use chakki, and they used to do, they had no frozen shoulder. They used to do dheki, thrashing, manual thrashing machine, by which they used to detach the rice grain from the husk. Nowadays, everything has gone. Everything is machinized. And we are full of diseases. People used to go to the party. Why the festival? Festival is not actually Mela, where Milan was there. People used to forget all their old anger or any conflicts. They used to come together. Milanam, Melanam. Now, I heard one thing. One person told that his wife invited him or her husband that in coming Sunday there was a party. A lot of people will come. And what is the event of the party? And everyone will ignore another one. What sort of party it is? Will you go? I won't go. Science wants to make us happy. Is science successful? Then some intellectual people starts thinking, what's the wrong with it? Why it can't? Because it is trying a lot. Some people are believer in heaven. Some people think, what is the use of going to the heaven? Same hunger, same thirst, same thing. Means wherever people live with their kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, their desire, anger, greed, jealousy, pride, where people live with that, we call it samsara. And if we see the etymological meaning of this samsara, samsarati iti samsara, which is constantly changing. Anger is there, but the event or the issue of the anger is getting changed. In which reason a child becomes angry, mother is not. But the mother was a baby once upon a time. So gradation is there. So that is samsara, where people live with that desire, anger, kama, krodha. Some people among them, they think that from worldly standpoint, we are getting everything else. But something is missing in my life. Something is missing in my life. And there is some hunger for knowledge. They, living in this world, they start thinking, is there anything higher over here? Then that person is called jnana pipasu, thirsty for knowledge. Jnana pipasu. And they say, darshana de akhiya meri, o mere ghanashyam, o mere ghanashyam. O God, appear before me. I want to see you. If we don't want Ishvara, God, will God be happy? They tell. God says, if you don't call me, if you don't come to me, will you be happy? So there should be a hunger and thirst to know the God. Bhagavan ko janne ki ichha, dekhne ki ichha. So desire for seeing, there is a particular Sanskrit terminology that is called didriksha. Didriksha. And they are jnana pipasu, mumukshu, and jignashu. They are thirsty for knowledge. They are the seeker of liberation. They are seeker of knowledge. The tool through which we can know the God, know the truth, that tool is called Upanishad. So where the material is there, from where we can develop our adhyatma jnana, spiritual knowledge, that is called Veda. But it is not there wherever we are getting inspiration spiritually. Spiritual inspiration, that is Upanishad. It's another mistake. So, some people started telling Allopanishad. Because it is our wrong concept that spiritual knowledge, where it is there, that is Upanishad. That is why people say sometimes Gita is also Upanishad. So, okay, philosophers, rishis, sages, they think, Arey, it's a difficult thing. Wherever the knowledge is there, people started telling that this is Upanishad. Then they told which Upanishad is only heard, Shruta. They are called Shrauta Upanishad. And Íśopanișad Upanishad is one of them. It is the part of Shukla Yajurveda. There are 40 chapters, 40 adhyaya hai. At the end of the 40th chapters, this Upanishad is there. Two branches are there, Kanva Shakha and Madhvandini Shakha. We will study Kanva Shakha, or the Kanva branch. In Íśavasi is so much popular around the world. At least from where my guru, he told me that he has studied or seen 51 only Sanskrit commentary of different philosophy of Íśavasi. People often ask, who is the founder of Hinduism? Nobody claims, Our Gurudev has answered very nicely that, yes, you can ask the question that who has created or invented Islam or Christianity or Buddhism. But you can't question who is the founder of Hinduism. Why? It's like you can ask that who has invented electricity, gravitation, like that. But have you ever asked this person who has invented physics, who has invented chemistry, who has invented mathematics? It's a tradition. So Hinduism or Hindu dharma ka koi creator nahi. Hinduism is a tradition. In Upanishad itself, in Veda itself, a lot of names are there of different sages. But nobody claimed that I am the creator, author of this Veda. What they are saying? Iti susruma purvesham. As I have heard earlier from my Acharya, from my Guru. How old is Veda? As long the creation is. Veda is nothing but knowledge. And knowledge is never created. Whether you know it or not, it's your problem. Knowledge cannot be created. If it was created, then the question came, from where it has been created? Who created it? From ignorance? Even the God is not the creator of the Veda. Ishvara is Jnana Swarupa. We can say it that it was discovered. Newton founded gravity. It was there. There is just invention. So Veda is like the breath, you know. It is eternal, anadi. And it is not composed by God also. When the knowledge was there, the knowledge of creation was there. The knowledge of bondage was there. The knowledge of liberation was there. Whenever we purchase any complicated electronic things, we always go through the manual of it. So Veda is the manual of life. It should be revealed. It was revealed. God revealed it because knowledge is eternal. Apaurashya. It's not any human composition. This is the illuminator of all knowledge. In that knowledge, Shiksha, Kalpa, Ayurveda, Yatirveda, Dhanurveda, everything is there. Veda is Swayam Siddha. It never dependent on other means of knowledge to validate it. You know, there is a domination of direct knowledge in this whole world. People say, you know, मैंने खुद आंखों में देखा है, अपने कान से सुना है. I have heard on my own eyes, through my own eyes. I have seen through my own eyes. But in case of Shruti, Shruti is pramanam, swatah pramanam. Yes, we believe in our direct means of knowledge. Why? Because there is no other way. There is no other alternative. Eyes are the highest means or the only means to see the form. Nose is the only means to smell. Likewise, where our indriyas, the sense organ, can't reach, Veda is the only means. Atindriya Vishaya Vedaha. So, if we can depend, if we can trust, if we can believe in Veda, as we believe our eyes, our ears, our nose, our tongue, our skin, everything would have been easier, simpler. It's not. So what is Veda? In Veda, some apurvata is there, uniqueness. Veda has revealed something what we can't know through the popular means of knowledge. And that is the speciality of Veda. What the matter Veda speaks on, no means of knowledge can validate it. Veda is self-validation, like self-attestation, you know. Nowadays, it's a very common terminology. Veda means treasure of knowledge. Vedyate aninaiti Veda. It's a means of knowledge through which we can know. Vedaha swatah pramanam. Veda is pramanam itself. Only omniscient can reveal it. We use Bhagavad Gita as pramanam. Why? It is not true that it is told by Bhagavan Swayam. It's told by Lord Krishna itself. No, it speaks Veda. That is why Gita is Pramanam. Buddha, Bhagavan Buddha is one of the incarnations, we believe. But we don't accept his everything else because his teaching is not always aligned with the Veda. It doesn't speak according to Veda. Vedaha Pramana. And Pramanam is Swataha. Dharma and Brahman are the main theme of Veda. Pratipadya Vishaya of Veda is Dharma and Brahman, not religion and Brahman. Dharma, Dharma. Religion is not the translation of Dharma. Who wants to know what is Dharma? Who wants to know what is Brahman? He or she has to know Veda. Dharma is such a faculty which purifies us and which makes us ready for the ultimate truth, for Brahma Jnana. It's an universal constitution. Dharma means, dharma ki matlab hai sarvajanin samvidhan. Dharma means universal constitution, which governs the whole being. The carrier of Bhagavan Shiva is Nandi, a bull, which represents dharma. And Bhagavan Shiva is Brahma Swarupa, who rides on dharma, whose mind is imbibed with dharma. He or she gets the Brahma Vastu. And Nandi always looking towards Shiva. He doesn't want anything else. Doesn't expect that Lord Shiva will speak to him. Doesn't expect that Lord Shiva will look at him. No expectation. Just with love, with no reason, with no intention, just looking at Bhagavan. That should be the character of Bhakta. The dharma which not instigates you to love Bhagavan, that is not dharma. The person who is indulgent, extrovert, he or she can't understand the total impact of Veda. He can memorize the whole Veda, but marmarth ko, niskarsh ko samajhna mushkil hai. So, Veda is Bhagavan Nirbhar. Bhagavan is Veda Nirbhar. So we pray to God as He helps us, or she helps us, or it helps us to know the gist of our everything else. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.